There may be a big event going on with XRP, and if the rumors are true, this could be the most important proof yet. The US Federal Reserve, which is the country's most important bank, may have just shown that it is connected to XRP. It would mean that XRP is more than just another cryptocurrency. It could be a part of the future banking system and is backed by the same organization that controls the US dollar. Ripple has been working with central banks for years to get XRP used as a bridge currency all over the world. However, there are new stories and rumors from inside the Federal Reserve that it may be using or planning to use XRP in some way. If that's true, the price of XRP might not be as far-fetched as people thought it was. The desire for it could go through the roof overnight. But is this just guesswork, or is there real evidence to support these claims? Let's take it all apart. It would be a big deal if the US Federal Reserve really did have something to do with XRP. If the US banking system is run by the Federal Reserve, which sets interest rates and the amount of money in circulation, adding XRP to their payment system would not only prove that Ripple's technology works, it would also make XRP one of the world's most valuable digital assets right away. But why would the Fed even think about using XRP? XRP can be used for cross-border payments and even digital currencies issued by central banks. Ripple has also been talking with central banks and financial regulators around the world to talk about these possibilities. Grazzo. Ripple has decided to see why the Fed would be interested in XRP if they're looking into digital payment options. However, do we have proof that they are using XRP or plan to use it? Let us look at the proof. There are a few signs that the US Federal Reserve might be linked to XRP. However, Ripple's past interactions with government agencies are the most interesting. In the past few years, leaders from Ripple have met with central banks behind closed doors, financial regulators, and bodies in charge of payment systems. Ripple is actually a member of the Fed Payments Improvement Task Force, which means they've been talking about ways to make the US banking system better. Just that brings up a big question. If the Federal Reserve didn't want to use Ripple's technology, why would they work with them? Then there's FedNow, which is the Federal Reserve's real-time payment system that went live in 2023. Even though the Fed hasn't said for sure what technologies run it, lots of people think that Ripple's technology, or at least similar blockchain-based solutions, might be a part of the base. If you ask some people, they think the Fed is already using XRP for internal settlements, but hasn't said anything about it yet. Another thing is that Ripple's relationships with big banks keep growing. The Bank of International Settlements, BIS, which is connected to the Federal Reserve, has been testing Ripple's system for moving money around the world. Should BIS look into XRP? It's not impossible that the Federal Reserve is doing the same thing. It all makes me wonder about one big thing. What will happen to the price of XRP if it really is being added to the US banking system? Let's look at what this might mean for the value of XRP in the future. The price of XRP could go through the roof if the Federal Reserve really does add it to its banking system. Retail buyers buy and sell based on speculation, but if the government and institutions adopted XRP, there would be steady, long-term demand for it. In other words, XRP's price might not go through the normal ups and downs in the crypto market. Instead, it might steadily rise as more people use it. Liquidity is one of the main things that could make XRP more valuable. In order for the federal stock to settle transactions with XRP, it would need to keep a lot of it in stock. This is also true for banks and other financial companies that use XRP in their payment systems. This would cut down on a supply. This could make XRP more rare, which could drive up its price. At that point, big businesses start to work with crypto. As soon as Bitcoin ETFs were accepted, big investors poured money into them, which sent prices through the roof. There could be a similar or even bigger price jump for XRP if it gets legal confirmation from the Federal Reserve or a similar place. Some experts think the price of XRP could go up a lot more than most people think. But the question is, how likely is it that the price goal of $10,000 will be met? Let's break it down. Some people think that $10,000 for XRP is impossible, but it's not as impossible as it seems when you look at the numbers. Global funding is the most important thing here. XRP was made to handle very large financial deals. The price of XRP would go through the roof if it became the asset that central banks, governments, and financial companies use to trade between each other. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is used to store value. In the real world, XRP can be used to quickly send trillions of dollars across countries. Every year, the global payments market is worth more than $155 trillion. If XRP gets even a small share of that amount, its market value would go through the roof. Some experts think that XRP's price could go anywhere from $500 to $10,000 if it is widely used for institutional payments. This will depend on how much people want it and how much liquidity there is. Supply and movement is another thing to think about. The most XRP that can ever be made is 100 billion coins, but a lot of them are held in escrow and are slowly released. If big banks start keeping XRP in reserves, the supply will be even smaller, which will make the price go up. For $10,000 to be worth anything, states and institutions around the world would have to use XRP as a standard for international payment. Is it possible? Yes, but the real question is, when might it happen? Let's talk about what to do next and what to keep an eye on in the next few months. Next few months could be very important if XRP is really on its way to being used by many people. How fast XRP moves toward a higher value could depend on a number of important events and changes. For starters, we need to wait for public statements from the Federal Reserve or other big banks. If the Federal Reserve says out loud that it will use XRP for payments, it will shock the financial world and probably cause a huge increase in demand. Second, Ripple's relationships with central banks are getting bigger all the time. Ripple's system for central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, is already being tested in a number of countries. XRP would play an even bigger role in the world's banking system if these tests lead to widespread use. Any big partnership news, especially if it involves the IMF, BIS, or the Federal Reserve, could be the spark that takes XRP to a whole new level. Third, XRP's growth could be sped up by investments from big businesses. Big companies like BlackRock and Fidelity have already started to work with crypto. It will be very important if these institutions start to buy XRP, either through ETFs or direct investments. It will give the US and other big economies even more momentum. The case against the SEC is over, and XRP is now stronger than ever. XRP could be used as a bridge currency if more countries make clear rules about digital assets. The rate of acceptance could go up even more quickly.